Come close now and listen to this story. It is about a farmer, a seed, and the hardest thing in the world, waiting. In a small village surrounded by green fields, there lived a farmer named Ravi. He was not rich, he was not poor. He was simply a man who loved the earth. Every morning, he walked through his fields, touching the soil, checking his crops, talking to his plants. The other farmers laughed at him. "Ravi, why do you talk to plants? They cannot hear you." Ravi would smile and say, "Maybe they cannot hear with ears, but they feel with their roots. They know when they are loved." The other farmers shook their heads and went back to their work. One year the rains did not come. The sun was hot, too hot. Day after day it burned the fields. The crops turned brown. The soil turned to dust. The other farmers worried. They prayed. They begged the sky for rain. But Ravi did not worry. He carried water from the river bucket by bucket to his thirsty plants. He worked from sunrise to sunset, saving as many as he could. When the rains finally came, most of the village crops were dead. But Ravi's fields still had life. He harvested what little he could and shared it with his neighbors. "You were lucky," the other farmers said. Ravi shook his head. "It was not luck, it was patience and hard work." One evening, as Ravi sat outside his small house, an old traveler came down the road. The man was thin and tired. His clothes were dusty, his feet were bare. "Good farmer," the traveler said, "I have walked a long way. May I rest here?" Ravi stood up immediately. "Of course, friend. Sit, eat, rest." He gave the traveler bread and water. He sat with him as the sun went down. The traveler looked at Ravi with kind eyes. "You have a good heart," the traveler said. "I have nothing to give you in return, but I have this." He reached into his pocket and pulled out something small. A seed, brown and ordinary, like any other seed. "This is no ordinary seed," the traveler said. "Plant it, water it, care for it. But you must be patient, very patient. This seed will not sprout tomorrow, or next month, or even next year." Ravi looked at the seed. "How long will it take?" The traveler smiled. 7 years, maybe more. "But if you wait, if you truly wait, what grows will be worth more than gold." Ravi took the seed. He turned it over in his palm. It felt warm. "Thank you," he said. "I will plant it." The traveler nodded. Then he stood up and walked away into the darkness. The next morning, Ravi planted the seed. He chose a special spot near his house, where the soil was soft and the sun was gentle. He watered it, he talked to it, he waited. A week passed, nothing. A month passed, nothing. The other farmers heard about the seed. They came to see. "Ravi, where is your magic plant?" They laughed. "We see nothing but dirt." Ravi smiled. "It takes time." "Time?" They laughed harder. "It has been a month. A seed takes days to grow, not months." "That traveler tricked you. You are a fool." Ravi said nothing. He kept watering. He kept waiting. A year passed, 2 years. Every morning Ravi went to the spot and watered the ground. Every evening he sat beside it and talked. His neighbors stopped laughing. They started pitying him. Poor Ravi, something broke in his mind. He talks to empty dirt. Ravi's wife grew worried. "Husband, maybe they are right. Maybe nothing will grow. Maybe we should plant something else there. Vegetables, rice, something we can eat." Ravi took her hand. "Wife, I do not know if anything will grow, but I made a promise to that traveler. And I made a promise to myself. I will wait. 3 years, 4 years. The spot remained empty. Bare soil, no green, no life. Ravi grew older, his back hurt more, his steps were slower. But every morning he carried water to that spot. Every evening he sat and talked. The village children would sometimes sit with him. "Uncle Ravi, why do you water nothing?" Ravi would smile. "I'm not watering nothing, child. I'm watering hope. Hope takes time to grow." The children did not understand, but they liked sitting with him. They liked his quiet way. 5 years, 6 years. Ravi's hair turned white. His hands grew thin, but he still went to the spot. Every day, without fail. His wife had stopped asking questions. She simply loved him. She brought him water when he was tired. She sat with him sometimes. One evening in the 6th year, something changed. Ravi was sitting by the spot watching the sunset. He was older now, tired. He wondered if he would ever see anything grow. Then he looked down, and his heart stopped. A tiny crack in the soil, so small he almost missed it, and through that crack something green, the smallest green he had ever seen, like a whisper, like a breath. A sprout. Ravi fell to his knees. Tears filled his eyes. He did not call out. He did not shout. He simply touched the tiny green thing with one finger and whispered, "Welcome. I have been waiting for you." The sprout grew slowly, so slowly, but it grew. By the end of the 6th year, it was a small plant. By the middle of the 7th year, it was a young tree. And by the end of the 7th year, it was tall, taller than Ravi, taller than his house. And then something miraculous happened. One morning, Ravi woke up and walked outside. The tree was covered in flowers. Not ordinary flowers, golden flowers. They glowed in the morning sun like small suns. Ravi stood there staring. His wife came out. She gasped. What is this?" Ravi could not speak. He simply held her hand. By midday, the flowers had fallen, and in their place, fruits, strange fruits, round and golden. They hung from the branches like jewels. Ravi picked one. It was heavy in his hand. He cut it open. Inside there were seeds, hundreds of seeds, each one glowing faintly. And then Ravi understood. The traveler had not given him one seed. He had given him a tree that would produce thousands of seeds. Seeds that could be planted, seeds that would grow into more trees, more golden fruits, more seeds. The traveler had given him a fortune. Ravi did not keep the fortune for himself. He shared the seeds with everyone, with his wife, with his neighbors, with the children who had sat with him, with the farmers who had laughed at him. "Plant these," he said, "but remember, they take time. 7 years, maybe more. But if you wait, if you truly wait, they will give you everything." Some people planted the seeds. They waited 1 year, 2 years. When nothing grew, they gave up. They dug up the seeds and planted vegetables instead. Others waited 3 years, 4 years. They grew tired. They stopped watering, nothing grew. But a few remembered Ravi. They remembered his quiet patience. They kept watering. They kept waiting. They talked to the empty soil, and after 7 years, their trees grew too. Golden flowers, golden fruits, thousands of seeds. Those few became the richest people in the village. Not just in money, in patience, in peace, in wisdom. Ravi lived to be very old. In his final years, he would sit under the great golden tree and tell stories to the village children. "Grandfather Ravi," they would ask, "how did you wait so long? 7 years is forever." Ravi would laugh softly. "Child, 7 years seems long when you are young, but when you are old, you see that time passes anyway. The question is not how long you wait. The question is how you wait. Did you wait with anger, with doubt, with giving up? Or did you wait with hope, with faith, with love?" The children would think about this. "I waited with hope," Ravi would continue. "Every day I watered that spot, not because I saw something growing. I watered it because I believed something could grow, and that belief made the waiting beautiful." On the last day of his life, Ravi asked to be carried to the tree. He sat beneath it, feeling the cool shade, listening to the leaves rustle. His wife sat beside him, old and gray like him. "Was it worth it?" she asked softly. 7 years of waiting?" Ravi smiled. His eyes were closed. His voice was a whisper. "Worth it? Wife, the waiting was the gift. Every day of hoping, every evening of talking to the empty soil. Those days were not empty. They were full, full of faith, full of love. The tree is beautiful, but the waiting made me who I am." He took her hand. "Tell them," he whispered. "Tell them that some seeds take time, and that is okay. The best things always do." And with a gentle smile, Ravi closed his eyes for the last time. They buried him under the golden tree. And for generations, his story was told throughout the land, the story of the farmer who waited 7 years. And every time someone planted a seed and grew tired of waiting, they would remember patience is not empty waiting. It is faith with dirt under its fingernails. The seed that takes the longest often grows the strongest, and the things worth having are always worth waiting for.